सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.
You're listening to Bare Knuckle Bhakti Shorties on the Bhakti Recovery Podcast with Jiva G, coming at you every Monday with a little spiritual something. Hello, my friends. It is Sunday, and I am by the water, and I've had a very interesting morning. It is so beautiful here, and the weather is just unreal. It's like 28 degrees Celsius. The sun is shining, and it's going to be like this all week. Outside circumstances. Perfect. Check. And this too shall pass. What do I mean by that? It just, everything fades, my friends. Because after this will come rain, and then after the summer will come the fall, the dying of nature. And then will come the winter, where everything is in dormant. And the spring, it all comes to life again. Like our feelings, like our thoughts, like our perceptions of our feelings and thoughts. I'm going with the narrative that my perceptions of my feelings and thoughts, if not directed by God, they're going to be off. Now, this might sound to somebody who doesn't understand this fully as disempowerment. You know, and I see a lot of this, I'm great, I'm beautiful, I'm this, I'm that, you know, like on social media and stuff, like, I've come a long way. And while, yes, this is very true, but the only reason I believe for myself that I've come that long way and to do that thing is because any good decision, any sattvic decision that I've ever made has been only because I understand inherently what's good and what's not good. And that inherent good or healthy or loving or compassionate or unconditioned decision that I make, that is my direct line to God. I claim no credit in that sense. Of course, I claim credit for doing the legwork. I've done the legwork. But the legwork and the empowerment, like it says in the 11th step, comes because I pray for the power to carry out God's will for me. Krishna's will for me and the power to carry that out. And I can only understand Krishna's will for me usually after the fact. And then when you're longer in recovery, or what, you know, as I was evolving in my journey of recovery and Christian consciousness, that I start to be able to understand, even intellectually, what a good and a bad decision is. But the basis of that is always because I was in touch by some mercy with God's will for me. And through working a program and through daily reflections, and that I was able to have the power to carry that out because I wanted it. We all freaking need it. But we get it if we want it. And we do some legwork. I know it sounds dramatic when I say it, because actually it is. It is a realization that if I didn't have, I would not have come to the position where I am now, which is constantly seeking the connection with Krishna, consciously seeking the next best thing, the next right thing, the next healthy decision. Now, I'm going to fumble on the way. And I always will, probably to the end of my days. But I'm seeking that. That is my first priority. Sometimes my emotions get ahead of me and they're making the decisions. And when that is, usually the results are usually not so good. You know, the collateral damage has lessened brutally in my life. You know, we can talk about a program, or we can talk about being maturity. We can talk about any of that stuff. God, I just almost got hit by a bike. Urgh, these people. Anyway, there we go. Fear came because he shocked me, because two bikes were coming at the same time and I didn't know which way to walk. And he came way too close for comfort. And then it went away. It went away. I still have tingling in my fingers. And that's the perception. It's a great example. It's a great example. And sometimes, like, let's put it at this example. So every day when I go for my walk and when I'm doing this podcast, I want to decide if I'm going to walk this path on the left or the right side. And here we go again. We have that same situation. So I decide if I'm going to go on the left side. If I walk on the right side, I can't hear the bikes who are racing behind me like crazy. And they come up from behind me. And then if I walk on the left side, I can see the bikes racing towards me. But then if I walk to the right side when they're coming, a bike will come from behind. I know this makes this seem super trivial, but bear with me. What I'm doing right now is I'm making decisions out of fear and lack of trust. Now, this is the perfect example. Do I trust and say, I'm going to walk on the right side like it's supposed to be, where the bikes are coming from behind me, and I'm going to trust that he's not going to ram into my back? I'm going to trust, and also because I'm very high strung, when they race by me, I always get totally scared. And my body has a scared reaction, like, like I get shocked. If I walk on the other side, with the traffic coming in front of me, I'm usually at risk of them yelling at me or getting angry because I'm on the wrong side. And then when I go over to the right side, another bike comes from the other side. If I'm walking in the middle, I've been squished between two bikes coming in one. So there are many options that I have here. But all of them, every single decision that I make in this situation is fear-based. It's survival and fear-based. Now, if I take that into my emotional life, I'm going to be walking around a path, this spiritual path, always feeling unsafe. And I don't want to feel unsafe. So how is it that we can keep safe and let go of the results, feel safe in that path, which starts with faith in Krishna? That path starts with faith in Krishna. If we have faith in Krishna and we give our will and our lives over to Krishna, then we can walk that path free and accept that on the road, on a spiritual road, there's going to be traffic. There are going to be bikes racing at you. You're going to get shocked. You might even get hit. All of those things happen, but trusting Krishna's will. Now, physically, the conundrum I'm in here is, yeah, I just have to decide. I can also decide not to take this path and go somewhere else. But then the ego comes in. Yeah, well, I just want to take my walk, and these stupid bike riders, they're just always speeding in and out of here like they own the place. Well, that is fact. I will say this is fact. Germans take their bike riding like aggressive freaking karate, to tell you the truth. They're so aggressive. And it makes me really aggressive. Or I can decide to take the path and just try and enjoy my walk and quietly go from left to right and not be attached to that fear and just say, I'm just doing what I can do and the rest I can't. I can't control if a bike is going to come and ram me in the back. I can walk on the other side against the traffic and see it coming. And hey, if I go over to the right when the left oncoming traffic is coming and someone rams me in the back, I don't have eyes in the back of my head. That's without my control. I'm not in control of that. So, just as this situation is entering my physical well-being at the moment, exactly the scenario can be in my spiritual and emotional well-being. It can affect that. Fear-based decisions are always something. Oh, here we go again. I'm in the middle of the traffic. Fucking people. Fear-based decisions, not a great one. So what I've decided right now, as we're talking, I have to walk home and I have to deal with this. Almost getting hit at least 3 times today by some bike rider. So I've got a little bit longer to go. And I'm not helpless in this situation. I'm going to go down by the banks of the river and I'm going to dive in. I'm going to have a really nice, relaxing time to relax my nervous system. And then when I walk home, I'm going to go through the woods where there are no bike riders. I've enjoyed the Izar River enough. So there's where I might be powerless over these bike riders, but there's always a solution. And there you have it, guys. I did not expect this shorty to go like this. Here it is. It's only 12 minutes in. And I'm done, actually. I'm like thinking like, should I talk about something else? What should I talk about now? I think that's a good one, actually. And I think it's enough.
Thanks for listening. I hope you liked the Monday Shorties. Don't forget to check out our full-length episodes on Thursdays. If you like what you heard, spread the word. Peace out.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज.
The miseries of material existence and the most hopeless conditions of life is the best possible opportunity to turn to God.